Hi, I'm Bill Mowry, the author of The Ways of the Alongsider, and the training tip today is how do you come alongside of somebody and help them meditate on the Bible? Several years there was this great little book with a wonderful title. It was called The Joy of Discovery. Isn't that a great title? Doesn't that kind of grab your heart? There's something joyful that happens when we discover things. And so it is with the Bible. There's a real joy in discovering new truth that touches our lives, new insights that challenge us. There's a joy of discovery when we meditate on the scriptures. The founder of the Navigators, Dawson Trotman, created a great little illustration to communicate how you and I can begin to get a grasp on the Bible, how we can begin to meditate on the scriptures. And that little illustration was found in the hand. And so just as there are 5 fingers on the hand, so there are 5 ways that you and I can begin to handle a knowledge of the scripture. The little finger starts with hearing the scriptures, hearing the Bible taught. Now, if you notice that as we walk through these various fingers, that each of them illustrates a greater retention rate than the other one. So the finger that has the least retention is hearing, but it's important for us to hear. Second finger is reading. We want to read the scriptures. And you notice again, reading has a little bit higher retention than what it does when we just simply hear it taught. Now, after reading comes studying. So we study the scriptures. The fourth finger is 100% retention, and that's memorizing the Bible. Now the fifth finger holds it all together. Now if we think of getting a grasp on the Bible, we can see that if we have 4 fingers in play, you can still, I don't have as good a handle on the Bible as I'd like to have. But when I employ the thumb, now I'm getting a good grasp of it. So what's the thumb? What's this fifth way to interact with the scriptures? Well, the thumb is meditation. And meditation is the process that helps me to discover the joy of discovery and of new insight into the scriptures. You'll also notice that the thumb is able to touch all other 4 fingers. And so it is that I can meditate on what I hear, I can meditate on what I read, I can meditate on what I study, I can meditate on what I memorize. And so meditation becomes that key to grasping new insights from the scriptures. And so it is that we want to help people learn how to meditate on the Bible. Now I think of meditation, this is something different from, a Near Eastern approach to meditation. But meditation is prolonged reflection and investigation of the scriptures, thinking about its implication to my life, and seeing how it intersects with my life and transforms my life. So when we talk about meditation, again, it's just not idle daydreaming, but it's intensive reflection and investigation on the scriptures to discover its meaning for my life. What's a way that we can teach people how to meditate on the Bible? Well, in that chapter 8 on the ways of the Alongsider, you'll notice that what we do is provide a little tool called the vowel method. AEIOU as a way of meditating on the Bible. Now suppose we're reflecting on a passage like Joshua 1:8. Joshua 1:8 says that this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you shall make your way prosperous, and then you shall have success. So if I was sitting down with the author of Joshua, I'd want to ask him some questions. What's it mean about the law not departing from your mouth? What's it mean to be prosperous, to be successful? What do you mean by meditating? How can I meditate day and night? I want to ask some questions about this passage. And so not only am I asking questions, but some of those I want to write down some answers to. And so the first thing I do in meditation is I want to ask some questions. Second thing, E, is I want to emphasize different words. Boy, this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night. And then you shall make your way prosperous, and then you shall have good success. Just by emphasizing words in different ways, makes some words and phrases jump out more to me, pulls attention to those words and phrases, and it causes me to think about them some more. So I'm asking questions, emphasizing key words, and I'm putting it in my own words. I'm paraphrasing it. So I'm kind of writing out, my own paraphrase of Joshua 1:8. So ask questions, emphasize key words, in your own words, and O is other verses. Are there other verses that correlate to, correspond to Joshua 1:8? The classic one is Psalm 1, 2, and 3, isn't it? But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He's like a tree, or she's like a tree planted by streams of water, and all that he does, he'll prosper, and then he'll have good success. That's another verse. Other verses that kind of complement, help me understand the meaning of a verse like Joshua 1:8. A, ask questions. E, emphasize key words. I, put it in your own words. O is what are some other verses. Then the U is you, that is application. And the question I like to ask myself is that to make it applicable to my life is I think, well, what's an outstanding thought from this passage that I've discovered? And then how can I picture myself in the next 24 hours living it out? In other words, how does that truth, again, intersect with my life, with what I say, what I think about, and what I do? How does it affect my priorities and my actions to others? And so the you is a you of application. So you and I can come alongside of someone else, open the Bible up, experience a joy of discovering by using this vowel method. We want to ask questions, we want to emphasize key words, put it in your own words. You'll look at other verses, and you is application. That we walk away asking God to teach us something that we can then apply. Because that's how we're blessed, isn't it, from Joshua 1:8. It's just not simply about meditating, but it's by doing what we hear and then acting upon it. Well, I hope that this training time is giving you some tools to help somebody else fully experience the joy of discovery of new insights from the Scriptures.